Page 18, Robert the Robot. Apparently they want you to sight read this or develop sight reading. Sight reading can be a lot of fun, actually. Sight reading is where you sit down and you try and play a piece for the first time without any practice. You haven't seen it before, you're just there and you see how well you can do. I've always been a fairly good sight reader, not the greatest, but pretty good at it. I had one of my teachers, a concert pianist, I remember I had 5 of these puppies. She could play, it was just amazing, but she couldn't sight read worth a hoot. She absolutely struggled. I watched her one day trying to sight read a piece for me in a lesson, and she couldn't do it. I thought, you're kidding, as well as you play, and you can't. So some people are good at it, and some people are not. And I don't know what the importance of that is. I guess if you can sight read, you can learn the music a little quicker. Other than that, I don't know. But I think it's kind of fun sometimes when you get a new piece. When you start a new piece, one of the things you do is you kind of try and play through it to get an idea of what's there. You may only play one hand or whatever, but you still try and play through it to see what's there. So sight reading can be, and it's a skill. With practice, you get better at it. So I guess that's what they're after here. I don't know about that. Let's talk about this Robert the Robot thingy and see what's going on. Starting in the right hand. Now, right at the beginning, you see the marcato. There's an asterisk there. That means usually there's a footnote. That's something the editor sticks in. The asterisk is not part of the music. And what they're talking about is the metronome marking. And they're telling you, and it's true, that a lot of times the metronome marking won't have an MM in front of it. That's really unnecessary. When you see that equation of a note equals something, that is a metronome marking. Just know it. So here, they're telling you a quarter note equals from 132 to 152, which means this is going to move along pretty good. I don't know how good that is. You have to decide. When you're learning it, you're going to go slow. When you're sight reading it, you're going to go kind of slow. I mean, you try and play a little faster to performance, but maybe not total performance. You can slow it down on sight reading just a little. However, we're learning it, so we're going to go really, really slow. Now that marcato, that's not really a speed. That means you play it marked. This is like a, here I am. And the left hand brings that out with these low notes and the staccatos. That's the marked. Keep in mind the melody's in the right hand, so that's got to be louder than the left hand. So even though the left hand has these marked chords down here, the right hand's still got to be louder than that. Well, it's marked forte, so it's loud anyway. So, okay, I guess it works out. But it didn't tell you how fast to go. The metronome marking will give you an idea how fast it goes. And when you play it, you kind of get a feel of how fast you might think it might go to. Now, these notes in the right hand, this G here, starting with third finger, it's an 8VA. In fact, if you look at this piece, the right hand has 8VA the whole piece. So you're going to take it all up here. Now, if you have a short keyboard and you don't have those notes, you can't do that. You have to play it where it's written. But if your keyboard is long enough, you do that. So start with third finger in the first measure, second measure, third finger again, and then fourth finger. Those 2-note slurs is down, up, down, up. And there's an accent on that last note. Then go back up. And then the third line, start with third finger, but you got to reach down now with the second and the thumb. This is the chord for those last notes in that measure, and that's what you need. Third measure is the same thing, but it's soft, because this is like an echo of the first 2 measures. And then the last line is similar to what you had before, and that's the right hand. Not much to it. It's kind of fun. Make sure you put in the staccatos. They're important. And the accents come in handy too. For the left hand, we just got these quarter note staccatos. Now this, it's a nice wrist staccato. Do that so high that you start missing notes. Careful. Let's try this out really slowly just to check notes and rhythms. I'll give us 4 counts since it's in 4/4 time. So go ahead and put your hands where they go. Right hand, left hand. Alright. 1, 2, ready and go, and